Allah will say, you go to Jannah, but your wives and children are going to hellfire. Or your wife will be in hell and in Jannah and you will be in hell. I hope and I pray that all of us here will one day be very happy for Allah to tell us, go to Jannah with you and your children and your family. But it's not, we can't get that so easily. We have to work for it. And we shouldn't forget about our family, because Allah said in the Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. All those who believe, protect yourself. Protect yourself and your family from the hellfire. From the hellfire. So which means that you work on yourself and you work on your family. You make it an aim in your home. Say, look, we are going to worship Allah. We want to be in Jannah together. So if you wake up for Salah, you wake up your family. If you wake up to do any other good deed, you wake up your family. You fast, you encourage your family to fast. Whatever you do, you encourage your family to do. So that on the day of judgment, Allah will bring all of you in Jannah. Actually, if you look at the purpose of our creation, and the reason why we've lost this is because we don't pay attention. We hardly sit down and say to ourselves, why am I created? And where am I going? Where did I come from? Because we were nothing and Allah created us. We were nothing and Allah created us. And definitely, for sure, Allah will question us for our life. All that we are doing, inshallah, on the day of judgment, whether we like it or not, we will stand before Allah. But the question now is, what am I doing? How many times have we sat down and questioned ourselves? Today, what did I do that really is pleasing to Allah? What did I do? What have I done today? Or have I committed any sin? Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu used to say that hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasibu. You have to examine yourself before Allah examines you. Examine yourself. Examine your deeds. Think about what you are doing right. Think about what you are not doing right before Allah brings you to account. Because on the day of judgment, my brothers, our hands will talk. Our legs will talk. Our mouth will be talking with that. You can't control anything of yourself. Every part of you will be talking. Will give account to Allah. Oh Allah, He took me to this place. Your leg will say, oh Allah, He took me to that place. Your eyes will say, oh Allah, He used to watch haram with me. And you can't say no. Allah has ordered the eye to talk, to speak. And it's going to say everything that you used to do with the eye. But the question now is again, are you prepared for that day? How much are we prepared to face Allah? How much time have we spent in examining ourselves? In examining the relationship between us and Allah? أقول قول هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. In the second part of this khutbah, I would like to talk about how we can achieve the pleasure of Allah. How we can build the lost relationship between us and Allah, which is the cornerstone of our lives. And the best way we can do this is to obedience to Allah. Obey Allah to the best we can. The first and foremost is our salah. Because today, seriously, because our problem now is a lot of Muslims, subhanallah, are living salah. That's why we have, I call them part-time Muslims. Those who you only see on the day of Eid, or you only see on the day of Jum'ah, or you only see on in Ramadan. Apart from those ceremonial days, you never see them in Masjid again. So that's the first method we need to take to build our relationship with Allah. The first thing is our salah. We have to pray on time. we have to pray according to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to learn how to pray properly. Because in the Quran, Allah in Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Definitely, the believers are successful. And who are they? They are those who are conscious about in their salah. They fear Allah in their salah. They don't say Allahu Akbar and be thinking about something else. They don't say Allah, they don't stand before Allah and start thinking about, oh, I need to quickly finish and go for this business. My money is with this guy. Thinking about the dunya. Thinking about the dunya. Brothers, we can't achieve success in this. Our salah is our cornerstone. Our salah should be the most important thing in our lives. Prophet ﷺ said on the day of judgment, the first thing every person will be asked is the salah. If the salah is complete, then all other deeds will be complete. But subhanAllah, if the salah is incomplete, all other deeds will be incomplete. No matter what, whether you spend billions of pounds in charity, if as far as your salah is incomplete, all other things Allah will reject them. The same thing when a person passes away and he's buried in his grave, the first question he's asked is about his salah. The first thing is salah. Seriously, sometimes when I look at the way Muslims today we treat salah, it's so amazing and it's so painful. But if you look at it, that's the first thing, or that's a medium of communication between us and Allah. But subhanAllah, that's the thing that we disregard more than any other thing in this dunya today for Muslims. Today Muslims are only Muslim for names. He's Muhammad, he's Farooq, he is this. But apart from that, the action is zero. We tend to go to salah, pray. Sometimes you ask somebody, have you prayed? They say, how many times are we supposed to pray? Say, President, 5 times? That's too much. Why 5 times? How many times have you prayed today? Oh, I prayed Fajr, I prayed Qaza. But it's alright. Why is it alright? Allah says in the Holy Quran, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta. For definitely, salah to the believer is at stated times, whether you like it or not. And you can't say, oh, Allah says pray 5 times a day, I will pray 1, 2, 3 is enough. No, it should be 5, whether you like it or not. Because of how salah was so important, my brothers, or is so important, that's the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on Isra wal Mi'raj and gave him the salah. The salah did not come through in Gabriel, no. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was taken up and was given the salah. That's how important salah is. I'll end this khutbah by reading this short hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I encourage all of you to reflect on it, to think about it, and try as much as we can to change our way. Rasulullah sallallahu is reported to have said that he whose dedication is to matters of the hereafter, then Allah will gather his strength for him and make his wealth in his heart. Hence the life will rush to him in submission. SubhanAllah. Such a beautiful quotation. If you make your aim, if your aim is akhirah, all other things Allah will give it to you automatically. The life, the dunya will come to you in submission. That's what one of my friends used to say. He said, the dunya is like a woman. If you pretend as if you don't know it, you just, you don't care about it, then it comes to you. But when you intend to chase it up, that's when it runs away from you, and you will never get it. He said, if you look at salah today, salah is supposed to be a mercy from Allah. But unfortunately, salah has become a burden on some Muslims. Praying 5 times a day has become something that Muslims have a lot of problems doing it. The hadith continue, as for he whose concern is this life, then Allah